Hi guys, it's Sejal. Welcome to season 2 of my podcast, Shutup Sejal. Okay, so the episode that you're going to watch is with me and Prajakta, and we filmed this about 2 months ago, and this was not filmed in a way that this would be the first episode, and I hadn't done a proper intro for it, introducing you guys to the second season of the podcast. So here's what I'm doing. Finally, guys, we've been working on this for a very long time. Shutup Sejal is now a Spotify exclusive podcast. More on that in the episode. But so excited. We have a new setup and I have some new friends that I'm doing episodes with. So yeah, I know you guys have been waiting for this and asking me every day season 2 kab aayega. So here it is. Here's the first episode. Hope you enjoy. Hi guys, this is another episode of Shutup Sejal and we have Prajakta today. Hi!
Hello!
Finally. Guys, before I jump right in, just a reminder, the full version of this podcast is exclusively on Spotify. So this is going to be a shorter version, but if you want to listen to our entire ramble conversation, please head on over, follow me there, and we'll see you on Spotify. Prajakta?
I'm good. I'm very excited about a bunch of things that are coming up. I've been having a good day.
Dude, you had a good 2-3 years, I feel. It's insane what you've been doing.
Honestly, I think it's been a roller coaster. I mean, there have been good days, but there have also been some very brutally honest days of reflection where I thought that things were good, but they were not always.
What do you mean?
I mean, I think good thing about YouTube audience is also that they're so honest. With YouTube audience वो बताते भी है ना कि भाई का मजा नहीं आ रहा है तो ये पहले
मुंह पे बोल देते हैं यार
which is a good thing. तो पहले एक हाथ दूसरा ऐसे होता था कुछ फिर वो बहुत frequently होने लगे and then I realized कि I think what I was missing the most was that I couldn't spend enough time writing, but then I took a step very recently where I decided, you know what, I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to actually write more.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to come back. So I've been writing a bunch of new stuff. We spoke about it.
Dude, you've paved the way and shown so many things for creators which I didn't think always, you want these things to happen and you're literally the first, you're coming in a freaking movie, which is insane. It's so cool.
It's very exciting.
And headlining a Netflix show, it's just nuts. And when you started out, were these things that were on your shy bucket list? Were they?
Not at all.
No.
I mean, I've always loved acting. I did a bunch of theatre when I was in college. Even outside of college, I did some theatre. I quit theatre when I started working in radio. But I've always loved being on stage as an actor till I started doing YouTube. And I realized that, I love being in front of the camera as an actor.
Yeah.
And I liked that YouTube came with a sense of liberty to it. कि जो कौन सी story करनी है कर लो. It's your platform, you can still do it. And that is actually also what I'm banking on with all the new stuff that I'm writing. Who is it? I can't see you. प्रथमेश सांग ना तना आवाज थोड़ा कमी करा please.
यार मुझे मराठी सिखाओ यार.
तुम और आओ यहाँ पे. It's very easy. You learn.
मैं 2 हफ्ते से यहाँ पे हूँ ना. I think लोग just मेरा केस लेने के लिए मेरे अराउंड मराठी में बात कर रहे हैं.
नहीं but थोड़े शब्द I'm saying.
शब्द
थोड़े तो समझ में आते होंगे कुछ ना कुछ.
मतलब अभी जैसे मुझे समझ आ गया what you're saying कि whatever but I can't repeat it.
But that's okay. I mean, it starts with you just understanding the basics anyway.
And even Mumbai, people's Hindi is very different. I always say this, your Hindi jhaad pada hai. And it's paudha, I would say paudha. So that stuff, so yeah, I'm moving here in a couple of months, so I'm just
wow, finally?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Are you into setting up your room and and I always get these dreams about when I get my flat, I'm gonna set it up like this or like that. I'm gonna have. Is that something that excites you, setting up spaces?
So, parents and I moved into a new place 2 years ago, and I did that place up, and I was extremely excited about it, but also very nervous because I'm not a designer. I've never done it before. But Pinterest is zyada, every time I've traveled to newer places, especially in Europe, we don't stay in hotels. We staying in Airbnb. So these are actual homes, right? So seeing culture, seeing how they set those places up really inspires me to kind of do things like that at my place. So I was very, very hyped about it. And then it turned out, thank God it turned out well. Because midway through everything, I was like, I've never done this before. What if it comes off really bad? But it came out okay.
And no, I think your house looks really nice. I've seen videos and I've seen photos. You know, I'm rooting for you. Like, I like that. It's like you're kind of going to another zone and level. And I think, you know, actually, I was brainstorming the other day and I came up with a cool idea, which I said.
Which you messaged me.
I think, sahi hai yaar. Matlab, even as like someone who just heard that you're planning to change stuff, like I was like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think for all of us who kind of started a little bit before, everyone's kind of in that space, you know? Even for the podcast, like I spoke to different creators and stuff, and everyone's thinking like someone started a line of products.
Products. I was like, what is line?
Line. Someone's just written a line. Or like someone's, you know, trying something else, or like for me, I wanted to do music and like more creative stuff.
Which I'm very glad.
So you were talking about earlier, like your shy bucket list. You must have had something which you were like,
no, I always want to be an actor.
Yeah.
I have always loved the thought of being an actor. I've been a Dharma fan all my life.
And you're here now, which is insane.
I have been a mad fan of Dharma films growing up.
And how did that happen? How did the whole thing happen?
Very organically. Panchami, who's our casting director, actually casted for me
for Mismatch
and for Juk Juk Jio.
Oh, nice.
Which is the Dharma film. So with Mismatch again, it was she reached out and I was like, okay, you know what, I'll come. And auditions make me very, very nervous.
Yeah, I know the story, like the makeup and...
Yeah. I was very, very nervous. In general, even today, I'm very nervous about auditions. So I went for that audition. Netflix really liked it, and then that kind of turned around really well for me. And similarly for Juk Juk Jio, I was driving to work and she called me saying, listen, there's this film that Dharma is doing, it's an ensemble and the cast is amazing, and Raj, who's our director, really wants to test you for a role. And I was like,
that's so exciting.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but like I can't process, for a lack of better words, milestones.
Why? What does that mean?
I mean, if I get overwhelmed, I just feel like I lose balance. So as much as I express my gratitude obsessively throughout the day and before I go to sleep at night, the first thing I say in the morning, I like to do that and move on with my day. So I remember after I hung up with Panch, I called Sudeep. I said, I'm coming to office, I have to discuss. I came to office, I spoke to him, I said, here's an audition scene, I need you to shoot this for me. And I was like, we don't discuss this till things actually go in the right direction. And then we shot it, then I got a call back, then I went and met Raj. And I remember when Panchami called me to meet Raj in the Dharma office, I reached there, the meeting went well, everything was okay, and then I came out.
So audition first and then meeting. So what happens in the meeting?
No, so basically for meeting is happening most of the times it
you
says
get the part.
You've gotten the part.
Nice.
But I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I went there and I'm sitting in a meeting with him. I'm like, okay, abhi batayenge ye abhi batayenge ki congratulations. But bola hi nahi kuch. And then after I left, I asked Panch. I said, Panch, when will I know if I'm doing the film? She's like, are you mad? Of course you're doing the film.
Oh, that's what the meeting means. That's so cool.
So that's how it went through, and the experience is just great.
Like whenever I'm like doing something cool and there's like celebrities or like whatever around, like I get kind of like intimidated. Or did that happen to you?
Like I've had the pleasure of working with Varun once, and we used to talk very briefly, but on and off on Instagram.
And he's like a chill guy.
He's really chill.
Dude, he makes like reels and shit all the time.
So funny.
And he has a YouTube channel as well.
And he has a YouTube channel as well, so he vlogs. So he gets it.
He vlogs?
Yeah, he hasn't vlogged in a long time. I don't think Video's vlogged in a long time, but he does, yeah.
Damn, that's cool. So, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, so then it's easy to talk to him. Kiara was very, very sweet. So all of us took our first flight out together for our first kid, and a lot of ice was broken on that flight.
Yeah, I remember seeing those photos
the picture,
and I was like, oh gosh, that's fucking
so
awesome.
that helped. You just realize that everybody on set just loves doing what they do so much that when the camera is rolling, then they're just like artists who love their job and who are freaking great at it.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really intimidated. Never did I feel like I'm out of place or I'm not welcome or you know I'm not as big. If I was in a scene with any one of them, it was a collaboration. I think that was, and I think Raj had to do a lot with making sure that I was kind of friendly and like around everyone, comfortable. So I'm very grateful.
And I think it's also like just being self-assured as a human being in general also helps, you know?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that too.
And I think you're like really self-assured as a human being.
On most days.
On most days. When I was on Engineering Girls ka set, I picked up like, I was like, this is cool. I'm learning like new ways to take shots.
Yeah.
And then I came back home with like new ideas for like, okay, हम ऐसे shot लेते हैं या फिर.
But you are more interested in direction too, right?
I really am. I really am.
Yeah.
I love being in front of the camera.
But you like direction too.
Yeah, totally. And even acting, I had so much fun acting. So I'm always like auditioning and you know I'm just waiting.
Nerve-wracking, right?
यार अब पता है क्या मैं क्या बताऊँ पहले मुझे बहुत बुरा लगता था rejections की वजह से because तुम reject तो होते ही हो हर चीज में but now I'm like fuck it I have my own platform. That's like a
and
thing.
you're leveraging it like very very well.
Thank
like
you.
I was a little bummed. I mean I've been following you since I started my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Long-haired Sejal used to sit down after college and make content and vlog in college. So I've followed you since then.
Oh gosh.
So in the beach mein when you went through a slump where you weren't uploading as much content, as a fan I generally was bummed. I was like, but why isn't there more content? I want to watch more of her. One of the reasons why I followed you was also at that time beauty bloggers and fashion bloggers only spoke about how to hide your scars, how to brighten your skin.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But I remember coming across you and you kind of very generously hugged everything about you and put it out there saying this is what I like wearing and this is how my skin color is, and I related to you more than I related to most people I was following then. Is why I started following you, and which is why I'm also very happy with seeing the kind of content that you're doing right now, because it's very different from what you've done before, but it's extremely well thought.
Thanks. And you've seen like most of the behind the scenes.
A lot of exclusive content.
Yeah, and like I said,
also you're doing things that not many people around us are doing right now, so it's fun.
That feels cool. Thank you. Yeah.
Sometimes people don't understand how personally involved we are in our creation and how much everything that's going on in our mind affects everything that comes out on paper. And it's not always nice.
Yeah.
And it's only a rite of passage for us. That's what I believe. I've heard Ranveer say this a lot of times and I completely agree, where in our line of work, I think it's very important that at every step you have fun doing it. It's very important because it's a crucially long run.
Yeah.
You know, it never stops. And not in a bad way,
yeah,
but
not
it's
in a bad way.
long run.
Yeah.
You know? So might as well have fun every day. I mean, going back to the first question you asked me, like I did not expect like these opportunities to spring up. Like I never really thought that digital would give me this kind of, you know.
But you never like anticipated it?
I wanted it. I knew that, I mean, but again, I've been a filmy kid growing up. So like most of us, you know, if someone comes and asks you, will you do a Dharma film? Who will say no, bro? Like yes, like I mean not me.
मेरी mom भी हाँ बोलेंगी.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
मेरे dad बोलेंगे हाँ. He keeps telling me उन्हें actor बनना था.
Oh really?
Yeah. So वो when I get acting gigs or whatever, he gets very excited.
Oh, that's cute.
I think like you should do more like you know. Experiment. Let me please pick outfits.
Do whatever you want to do. I mean, I'm okay with it. Honestly, I was very fashion awkward growing up because I was insecure about my body a little bit. Not because anyone else used to body shame me, because I used to shame myself a lot. So a lot of times, everything I would wear, I would see how it would look like my clothes, only how they would look on other people, and I used to be like, "Arey yaar, but like, this doesn't look good on me." So I used to constantly try to copy what everybody else was doing fashion-wise. And that was just a disaster. So I had some very awkward fashion years. Till I realized that, you know what? I really don't care. So for me, comfort is always the most important. I think 4 or 5 years ago, I kind of reached a place where then I decided wearing whatever I want to wear.
Yeah.
And then now I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Where now I actually enjoy dressing up every now and then. So it's fun.
But yeah, I think please let me style you. Next time I will pick bomb outfits.
We'll do a video. Oh my god, we were going to do that style swap, remember?
Yeah,
let's do it.
I'll
style you, style, whatever that I can do.
I'm excited. You're like ideal child from school.
Bro, Maharashtrians में ना शाम को जब दिया लगता है तो एक प्रार्थना होती है कि शुभम करोति कल्याणम आरोग्यम धन संपदा, like it is that प्रार्थना. So शाम होते अगर कहीं पे भी टिंग 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 आवाज आई तो मेरे मन में अपने आप है ना आप शुरू शुभम करोति, like it will always start.
What part of like the whole creative thing from like idea till video gets you, what is your favorite part?
It's very strange, but I like short breakdowns.
They're very satisfying.
Because then suddenly you can see the film or the show or the video in your mind.
Yeah.
You know, suddenly it becomes, every dialogue, every scene is simplified in your head and you can see it. Like we've been working on short breakdowns for like 3 stories that we are working on. And I just realized that it's getting me really excited.
Yeah, because you can like see the whole thing.
Yeah, that's my favorite
super
part.
Exciting. Okay guys, so that was it. Thank you Prajakta for being on this episode. I feel like this kind of gives me joy, like this. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it gives me like this weird kind of joy. So that's it. Thank you so much.
This was a lot of fun.
Yay! And thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, comment, like, share this episode. Subscribe to Prajakta and follow her on Instagram. And look out for her movie.
On June 24th.
Oh, June 24th. Damn, I'm gonna go watch it in the theaters. That'll be fucking insane. And that's it, guys. For the full length episode, please go on over to Spotify. It's exclusively on Spotify. And please follow me there for more episodes. And that's it. Okay, bye.
House of cards I had to live in. I can put it to fire. About time, had to die. I'm ready to kill, ready to fly. Ready to fly, ready to fly.